So we're back with yet another Red Dead Redemption 2 Mysteries video. Of course, it goes without saying that the game is chock full of Easter eggs, and well, a lot of them still remain unsolved, and that's what we're here to do, to try and solve them. So, of course, before the video starts, a like and a subscribe are always appreciated, as it only does take a second out of your day to make mine. But with that said, let's get right into it. The first mystery we're going to take a look at is a Swamp Stories newspaper article that someone found in the game and posted on the Red Dead Mysteries subreddit. It reads as follows: Swamp Stories, murder or myth? A sensational story has emerged from the swamps southwest of Saint Denis, where locals are known to engage in histrionic behavior. Local resident Bessie Rosso, I don't know how to say that, reports that she witnessed a group of timid, cowering workers who were fearfully chattering about an apparition seen in the swamp. One of the men reluctantly took her to a remote area where a human arm can be seen emerging from the swamp. When asked to investigate, all refused, saying it is from a man who died decades ago and anyone who touches the arm falls prey to bad luck. The authorities plan an investigation. Now clearly it seems to me that there's an arm that pops up out of the swamp somewhere, and we haven't found it just yet. Obviously, there's an arm you can fish out near Saint Denis, but I'm pretty sure that that arm has nothing to do with the arm in this article. I can actually see this arm going unnoticed this whole time because it might only pop out of the swamp at certain times of the night or something, and to notice a single arm in a swamp at night would probably take like an eagle's eye. So I definitely see this thing not being easy to find. Of course, it's located in the southwestern portion near the city of Saint Denis, so it's a pretty broad region to look out for. Unfortunately, I've got no leads on that for now, but the newspaper scrap actually mentions the ghostly apparition as well, which I'm sure a lot of you know about. You can obviously find the ghost woman in the swamp, and I'm not sure what she might have to do with the arm, but it's interesting to see that she was mentioned in the newspaper scrap here. So look out for an arm, guys, because apparently it'll give you bad luck. You're only going to see people scrambling to get some bad luck in a video game, because I know if I saw an arm sticking out of the swamp in real life, and especially if it gave you bad luck, the last thing I'd want to do is go ahead and touch it. So the next mystery is the continuation of the cubes from the Aberdeen pig farm. Someone actually managed to find another one of the cubes in this location of the world, and it's interesting to see that you can actually pick it up. So it seems to me that the mystery here has actually been solved. People seem to think that the cubes under the floorboards were special in some way, considering they glowed in tracking mode, but it seems to me that the reality of it is that Rockstar screwed up with it a bit, and you can't pick up the jewelry underneath the floorboards because the invisible barrier doesn't go away once you take off the board, so you can't pick it up. It looks like it was just meant to be a nice treasure you could randomly find, but unfortunately a glitch isn't allowing us to pick up the treasure here. So on a side note, I'm not really sure what this jewelry is supposed to be or why it's valuable. Again, the number 75 might mean something, or if you flipped it around it could say SL. So I'm not certain, but who knows, maybe the mystery isn't solved after all. Why are the cubes valuable? I mean, what does the number 75 or the letters SL mean? It could lead to something else, but maybe not. Maybe it's me just looking too deep into it. So moving on to the next mystery, it's sort of an update on the third meteorite piece, and someone actually managed to message Rockstar support about the third meteorite and asked if it existed in the game, and well, he got this email back saying, "Hello Z-Parent, thank you for contacting Rockstar support. We understand that you want to know about meteorites. We would like to inform you that there are 3 collectible meteorites. Hope this will help to solve your doubt. If you have any other concerns, please feel free to contact us. Best regards, Rockstar support." So there you go. Now clearly that just goes to show that the third meteorite does actually exist within the game, but somehow millions of players worldwide can't seem to find it. I've talked a lot about how the third meteorite might be located underwater somewhere, and now that we know we can reel things in other than fishes with our fishing rod, maybe we could pull out the meteorite somewhere from a river or a lake or something. Obviously, the odds of actually catching the thing and reeling it in are really slim, since the meteorite would be tiny, and who knows where we'd have to line up perfectly to actually get in the line of sight of this thing and actually reel it in. But it's just a theory. If it's not underwater, then I can't seem to come up with any other kind of a theory here. It's just really hard to work out where this thing could be. Obviously, the other 2 meteorites are located in the top right part of the map, relatively close to each other, so I don't think it would be a dumb assumption to say that the third meteorite could be located near that area. In fact, the meteor showers in the game happen there late at night sometimes, so it would only make sense that the third piece would be around that general area. Like I've stated in the past, the meteorites actually give you special powers according to the actual strategy guide for the game. It said something along the lines of a single meteorite giving you something like 10% reduction of heat or something in hot environments. Something like that. I don't know if that's completely accurate what I said, but it's something like that. And obviously, it's such a small thing that it's basically useless, but it could imply that once we have all 3 meteorites, that we might achieve a greater superpower or something. I think that it would be really interesting to see what all 3 meteorites would do to our character once we had all of them in our possession. So it could be maybe some sort of like a superpower or something. It would be really cool to see. The next one is going to be the native ritual site, or the native burial thing located here on the map. And people have actually figured out that if you throw a Molotov cocktail at it, well, you'll get to see a lightning strike occur on one of the rocks near the site. And it's interesting to see that it happens every time you throw fire at the site. The weather even changes once you start throwing Molotovs at it. It's really interesting, and it clearly has something to do with an Easter egg here in the game that we haven't uncovered yet. There's no way that these Molotovs could trigger things like this for no reason. As it stands right now, we don't know much else about this site here and what significance it might have, but it's just yet another thing here in the game that warrants further investigation. I'm not sure where to start, but it's really interesting to say the least. I mean, it's really crazy that the weather changes and everything, so who knows what this could lead to. And now for the final mystery here. This one isn't much of a mystery, but I actually didn't know about this location in the world of the game. Of all my countless hours in the game, I somehow never managed to stumble onto this one here in the woods. If you come to this location of the world, you'll find a house with a hermit woman, and her dogs are going to end up attacking you, and you'll have to kill them, and the lady comes out with a gun and tries to kill you afterward. After that, you'll notice how eerie the location is. Tons of signs saying beware of dogs and whatnot. I actually remember reading one of your guys' comments a long time ago relating to the witch's cauldron area of the map, and how the witch who made the cauldron and the stuff you drink out of it actually resides within the house here. If you end up scribing this into your notebook, you'll notice that the drawing of the lady looks a little bit hunched over and her nose is long, and these features are clearly reminiscent of anyone's memory of a witch, so it could be likely that the person we find out here in the woods is actually responsible for the witch's cauldron. Obviously, the hermit woman hosts one of the treasure maps in her little house here, but I personally never actually cared about the treasures in the game, so I didn't go hunting for the treasure maps like most people did. So again, I'm sure most of you know about this area. It's just something that I never knew personally, and I just kind of wanted to share on the channel because I'm sure a small amount of you didn't know about this. Otherwise, I would have stumbled onto this area, but I didn't. So I'm sure most of you know about this again, but I just personally never talked about it here. And like I said, it could be the witch that made the potion or whatever in the witch's cauldron, but again, I don't know. It's just interesting to see that it could be a possibility. I just like to make sure that I'm aware of all of these locations for the future, because I have a feeling that some of these locations might actually change or have some further significance in a DLC down the line. Some of the characters in the game, like the loudmouth fur trapper looking guy in the Valentine Saloon, actually looks pretty similar to the undead nightmare Bigfoot hunter from Red Dead Redemption 1. So it could be a possibility that you could stumble onto him in a new DLC in the same place, but you might have some new dialogue and actually end up going on a mission with him. I mean, he looks pretty similar to the Bigfoot hunter, and I could see it happening. Of course, this is all just wild speculation and whatnot, but it's always fun to look forward to what the future of the game might have in store for us, and I'm really just kind of speculating heavily here, but again, it's just fun to do that. But if you guys enjoyed the video today, a like and a subscribe are always appreciated, as it only does take a second out of your day to make mine. But other than that, let me know down in the comment section below if you found any other leads on any of these mysteries within the video, or maybe if you found any mysteries for yourself. Let us know down in the comment section below, because of course it's really nice to see if any other people have found other mysteries. So of course, let us know down in the comment section below. But with that said, have a wonderful day, and see you in the next one.